Ooh, boy, do we have a treat for y'all today. The first ever guest on the
All right. Welcome back, boys. It is episode 16 of the Brave Idiots podcast. Starting us off with soft toss. Guys, we cannot win a series, let alone a game, it seems. Tonight, Ryan O'Hearn is the Braves' daddy. And it's a good thing because he's on my fantasy baseball team. I mean, that's all. I just got to take the positive out of the situation that he's having a career night.
That? I used to have him on my fantasy team.
You know, I dropped Trout and Blake picks him up.
Yeah. He's been hurt. He's been hurt for like 3 weeks, dude.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, I made the All-Star team.
Oh, that's Mike Trout for you. Mike Trout is mid-season form now.
Yeah, that's right.
I knew he had to get injured at some point.
Yeah.
Well, he was too hot. Just too hot.
Too hot, dude. Too hot. Yeah. Bad. We even had a chance to win. Like, all we had to do was win one more game against the Mets. And we would have taken 3 out of 4.
We had the winning run in position 2 games in a row against the Mets.
Bro, it's not even that. Like, we literally could have just won yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
We could have just won and we would have closed it out. Like,
can't pitch.
Yeah, but we did the day before that. Again, bad pitching, but the comeback was insane there in the 9th. Comeback was insane, in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, it's bad teams too. Like, it's not like it's the Dodgers, it's not like it's the Brewers. Yeah. It's literally the Cardinals and the Mets.
And now the Pirates. They pitched Skeens tonight, but the thing is, you've been seeing like Paul Skeens has lost 10 starts in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Not anymore.
You scored a couple runs on him. It's not like he completely dominated you guys.
That's what I used to say. If you need a win, you just play the Braves. If you're in a slump as a pitcher, just go play the Braves.
That is true. There is some truth to that. I don't know the statistics or if it's like a fact, but it does feel that way.
Probably not a fact. I just we only see the bad as fans.
Yeah,
we enjoy the good, but when it's bad, we sit there and we talk about it more.
Yeah. But it's tough right now. It's so tough to watch this team right now because there's always like some redeeming qualities, and you're like, oh man, maybe they're getting it back, and then someone blows it up. Something happens.
It's hard for me to find words. I'm so depressed about it.
Yeah, I was sitting over here earlier going, man, I wonder what's going on in the NHL offseason reports right now. So I looked it up just because that's the time I have on my hands. Normally I'd be reading an article or listening to something about the Atlanta Braves. Now I'm looking at other avenues because it just actually been watching a lot of World Cup, a lot of Wimbledon, stuff like that. But
did you watch Djokovic today?
I did a little bit of that. I also watched the Osaka, which she upset Sabalenka.
Yeah, she'll probably make the final, if not win.
Yeah.
Yeah, play Coco next if she win.
Yeah.
If she win, did Osaka play today?
Yeah, she played today.
And won?
I don't know. Actually, I watched
because if so, then she plays. Yeah, she plays.
I watched the first set of it, and then we got busy, and I didn't pay attention, and it was over when I looked at it. It was on to the next one. So, but I watched the first set. She won the first set, I believe.
She probably won then.
But I watched.
She got beat.
What? She got beat. Yeah.
She got beat. Oh wow. Did she win that first set?
No, she lost in a tiebreak.
On the first set?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Then she lost second set 6-4.
But she was up in the first set.
We're definitely getting ahead of ourselves here, boys.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Squirrel.
Yeah, I know. Whoops. Sorry. Sidetrack.
Yeah, we've kind of already hit on this, but some people were, I see where some people were upset with Cookie Carrasco pitching that once again, after he's been DFA'd like 5 times or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like, well, what point do you just say, let's just try somebody else? And
just keeping that boy's career
It's
alive.
it's like every other day he's DFA'd and then signs a minor league contract and gets brought back up.
Yeah.
And then the day after he gets DFA'd and then he
clears
signs a minor league
waivers.
contract.
we are that desperate.
He clears
Yes,
waivers every single time.
He
Makes
does.
sense.
And unlike Uncle Jesse when he was with the Braves, coming in and just dominating as a Brave and going everywhere else and having a 10 ERA.
It's crazy.
Cookie's the opposite. He comes to the
Yeah.
Braves. He has a 10 ERA, and if he were to go anywhere else, I bet you he would have a sub-4 ERA.
Hey, but by the way, guys, you know who's actually having like a little decent season, like kind of been doing well? Jonah Heim. Jonah Heim's actually having a pretty decent season. He had a bomb the other day.
Aston's gonna cry.
Oh my gosh. I thought about that. I was like, oh my God. Remember Jonah Heim like a month ago when we
You
were
remember how mad I was about that?
That's the thing about the baseball
He is
season.
having a good season, yeah.
The baseball season's so long that like that was a conversation we were having in April. That was like 3 months ago. Like, and we're still only halfway through the season. That's what's funny about it.
And don't get me wrong, I'm glad we got Joey Bart because, I mean, he's a serviceable backup.
Yeah.
Unlike what we were running out there.
Yeah.
But my gosh, we had Jonah Heim, and there's your DH. That's your DH fix right there.
Yeah. I mean, I've the ideal world, we have a DH. So, I mean, it's just I don't know. There's just the pieces are just not together.
Yeah, but we don't have a DH.
Yeah.
What was that you said in the group chat today? Briar's like Michael Harris at every position but first and second.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that would be nice.
And maybe Drake Baldwin can catch. I'm okay with that. Like, but everyone else, geez Louise. I'll even have Michael Harris pitch. Like that's how I feel about it.
It was like Chris Sale, Michael Harris the other 4 days.
Yeah, exactly. Let him go work
and play outfield.
Man, but I would imagine that Acuna's probably not. He's gonna wait through the All-Star break. But I imagine that by the time we get back from the All-Star break, Acuna's gonna be playing again.
Yeah, I would think he's coming back.
Yeah,
I mean, good point. It might be a good thing for us that Harris got snubbed in the All-Star voting because, that kind of gives him a little more motivation. It seems like he's got like a RBI every at bat since.
But you know who else got snubbed that we haven't even discussed? And I saw somebody else say this, but Dylan Lee got snubbed.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah. He did. He had one bad outing all year, and that was just recently. But outside of that, he's been lights out.
Yeah.
Been one of the best setup men in baseball. So, yeah.
But Paul Skeens,
they have been more deserving than Rizal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Paul Skeens, who is on my fantasy team, who has been garbage all year, makes the All-Star team.
Fan vote.
That's that name, baby.
He pitched great tonight.
Did he?
Actually, not even fan vote. That's player vote, actually.
Well, his offense backed him up at least.
Yeah.
A few of those hits though were kind of dinky.
What are you talking about? Against the Pirates had?
No, against Skeens, some of our hits.
Oh yeah. But still, you score a couple runs on the guy. You would hope that your other pitcher is keeping it competitive for you. You know what I'm saying?
The only way that would have happened is if Chris Sale went out there and we still probably would have lost.
Yeah. We would have lost 1-0. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of, we just lost 12-4.
Hey, you got 4 runs.
Hey.
I would have beat Paul Skeens any other night, but
yeah. But
Not this time, baby.
But Harris actually saw a graphic that they said that Ozzy Albies isn't worthy, and I was like, no, Ozzy's been actually having a great year. Now, granted, do I think like someone like Bryce Terang or something should probably be starting? Yeah. But Ozzy, he's had a pretty good year. I think he's very deserving of an all-star bid. He's but I can maybe see the argument like if it was a real thing that he shouldn't be starting, maybe. I wish you would be able to. I wish people would do that. They base things off of like stats and actual, like I said, Jake said, deserving, and base it. And we actually had the best like 9 guys out there. That'd be awesome.
I didn't even know this, that they had started to require that every team has a player in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
that is so lame. That is so freaking lame.
Yeah, I guess I kind of see it. I'm okay with it to a degree, but I also like if it takes
not if there's
if it
doesn't work if there's a better player.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is that the All-Star game isn't as serious or as fun as it used to be because of the fact.
It's like, instead of having someone from that team on the All-Star team, why not just throw them in the home run derby?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I've always also thought it was weird that there could be a guy that could
have them there to represent, but not actually playing the game.
A guy in the home run derby that's not in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
it is weird.
I've always found that weird.
It used to be that way.
Yeah, like
it used to be like you got voted in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
like you watch the old school stuff like Hank Aaron and them, and they're like, all right, let's choose eight of you guys who hit the most home runs. Get out here. Let's see who can hit the most.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is I remember it used to be like an honor for guys to get into the home run derby. Nowadays they're like, I don't feel like doing it. I did it like 3 times already. I'm like,
I've seen, especially in the last 10, 15 years, where you go to that home run derby and you're mashing. Well, the second half of the season, you suck. You're not mashing. And it just started happening so often. A lot of those guys are just like, you know what? I'm good. Let him hit. Let him hit.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question, guys. Can you really not hear this rave that's underneath me?
No.
Oh, praise God. It's literally my chair is vibrating.
Oh my gosh, but I want to be at the rave. Can we bring the pod?
I can go downstairs.
Can we bring the pod to the rave?
I guess I can take it down there and
we're throwing a curveball here, bro.
Dance to it.
Yeah.
Well, you could do the chop while dancing.
That's true.
Lord.
That's true.
All right. Well, hey, let's jump in to Chop It Like It's Hot. We've got Drake. He's starting to come around, it seems like. We've got Matty O, who's starting to look like his MVP form again, hitting home runs, like we were.
How about Jim Jarvis, y'all? How about Jim Jarvis?
He looks pretty good he looks better than Hassan Kim. That is for dang sure.
Yeah.
Defense is good too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My point stands from the other day.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. You were actually right bringing him up, and it's paid off so far. I mean, he's looked good. What was the other part of that though? You asked there, Jake.
I was just saying Drake's starting to come around, and
Matty O
look like how he looked at the beginning of the season, which is that's the crazy part to me. Is like I texted you earlier today. I'm like, how can we have Matt Olson doing as good as he's doing, Michael Harris hitting like he's hitting, Ozzy hitting? I mean, he's been good all season, and we still can't win the game. It makes it like how can and I feel like it's all on pitching, but I feel like it's just discombobulated. It feels like we're not like we don't have any order to what we're doing and like who we're putting out on the mound. It's maybe they're just looking at metrics or whatever and statistics, but I'm like, it seemed like we had more of a plan.
It's like a triple whammy. You've got the offense, which is starting to turn around a little bit, but they can't seem to get the timely hit when needed still, right?
Still, as Blake said at the beginning of the season, we got to hit with runners and score in position.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pitching, starting through relief has been abysmal to maybe fair at times, but they've been knocked around recently. And then you got Walt Weiss, who I hate to say it, he's losing some cred points here, boys. He ain't making the right decisions recently.
Yeah.
What do you think about the decisions? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying he's spitting facts though.
Yeah.
Like,
what do y'all think about the decision to go to Luke Weaver last night with the game on the line?
That was from the other team. That was from them.
No, Luke Weaver.
They pitched Luke Weaver against
us. Against us. What was who we go to? The rookie who just come up.
Owen Murphy.
Oh yeah.
Not a good spot.
I don't think you throw him in there right there unless like you've already told him like this is why you're coming up. But hey, there's no reason.
There's no
way that you told the kid you're going to be pitching in extra innings. You know, like so.
Yeah,
you're going to start with a runner at second base when you come in. Come on,
you know. Yeah, you're putting him in a bad position to hurt his confidence. But also, though, it's like, hey, brother, you're in the major leagues. Welcome to major leagues. You know, that's kind of one of those moments where it's trial by fire. You have to go out there. You get like they always say, you're going to live your dream, right? If you're going to live your dream, are you going to be able to, rise to the occasion?
Position?
Yeah. Well, are you going to be able to rise to the occasion? What about if you get one shot? One opportunity. I'm going to start spitting Eminem.
He's everything you ever wanted.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to start spitting some Eminem, but real stuff, right?
Palms are sweaty, knees weak.
Yeah.
I thought he handled it well until he hit the batter.
His palms did get sweaty.
That was the big moment.
For sure.
But I think
actually one strike away. He was one strike away.
And I think he overthrew. He tried to overthrow it.
Yep.
Pulled across his body.
That's the pressure. That's the moment. That's the moment right there.
Because the strikeout pitch before that batter was an up and in fastball. Beautiful. And I think that's what he was trying to do again.
He was going to have that learning moment at some point.
So that's why you get it out of the way.
It's going to happen right there. But better than the playoffs, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially when if you want to go to him down the road too, now he has some experience of here's this high pressure, high leverage situation. We may need you later in the season to be one of those guys, X, Y, and Z. But yeah, it was a decision. It was a decision.
That's what it was.
I'm okay with being kind of risky though, and doing maybe the thing that you wouldn't think is the safe thing, because the safe thing was Rafael Iglesias, shutting the door down. Iggy shutting the door
safe
down.
Recently, though?
But that's what I'm saying. I know, but that's the safe option in your head. And time after again, who you're going to go to is either him or the guy that's on the injured list, which is Robert Suarez. And, hey, you've already used Dylan Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you have to kind of go, okay, who do we just go to in this situation? They also used Kinley as well. So it's – it's a choice, maybe be risky, maybe pay off for you. Like I said, we were praising him early in the season about his ability to press the right buttons. Now he's in a tough stretch. He's not going to press the buttons all the time, right? So, so it is what it is. But they looked
all right. It looks like we got somebody backstage, guys.
Oh, a special guest.
Special
guest.
Let's hope I don't botch this introduction. But ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to pause right here and introduce the first ever special guest to the Brave Idiots podcast. A Braves fan that has used only his upper limbs as a runway for success. The one, the only, Double Chop.
What is
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Glad to have you. Thanks for coming on.
No, appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
We are big fans of Double Chop.
I appreciate it.
Here,
That's
absolutely.
Only way this thing's turned into what it's turned into is without the support of the fans and the players. So it's been a lot of fun. But glad to be here, and appreciate y'all's support. Means a lot.
Of course. Yeah, we actually every episode we have a segment which we're technically currently in. It's called Chop It Like It's Hot, right? So every episode when we announce this segment, we always give our Double Chop shout out to you. So But we all, like I said, it is always out of respect, and we love what you're doing. It's awesome.
No, I appreciate it. That was, obviously, in my dumb dude brain is okay, well, what's better than one chop? Two,
Yeah.
So, and then something simple that everyone can do. That was always the idea, especially the kids, because I don't have any kids, but, being there enough, you see that makes their day, their week, a long time for them just to get up there on screen. So you give them something that they can replicate that's appropriate to be doing on screen, because I've seen some of the horrified looks on parents' faces when little Billy did something that one of the bros did, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna have to explain to him why that was inappropriate on the ride home. So that was always a big part of it too. So
I think we got a couple dads in here that appreciate that too as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just doing my part. But no, it's been a lot of fun.
I've got 3 kids that would probably copy that. So
you guys know where to find me. So whenever you're there at a game, come on down. I always encourage my friends when they're around with their kids, just come on. I mean, I don't have. There's obviously no organized queue or any type of agreement between myself and the Braves Vision team, but we have our unspoken cues at this point. So I can kind of gauge on when's a good time to come by, and I can do my best to get them on screen. So.
Awesome. Yeah. And actually that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to ask you some questions, I think that kind of touch on like your story with the whole thing, and kind of just to get to know you a little bit better and stuff. Which that I think that brings up a good point for like a first question, is that I think that you were saying, there are so many kids or so many people that are trying to get on the Jumbotron every game. I think that's like a fan experience that everyone is always trying, like, how do we get on the Jumbotron? But you have a reputation of being on that Jumbotron and stuff like that. So at this point, like you said, there's kind of an unspoken queue. But have you ever tracked in your mind how many times you've actually been on the Jumbotron now? Because I feel like most people would be like, oh, I've at least twice, or they remember those specific moments. But this, for you, it's been consistent.
Yeah, I mean, it's every game. So
when did this start? Yeah, when did this actually start?
So I've been a season ticket holder, this is my first year in a while not being a season ticket holder. Season ticket holder since 21. We won't get into that part. Season ticket holder in 21, and then in 22 is when my arm started chopping and I couldn't stop. So that was it started just like, so there's the 2 guys that walk around with the cameras on their shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that got me the first time and the first few times, and then all of a sudden people started to little kids would start to do it, and then I started picking up on the one in the batter's eye, and I'd see them just like pointed at me, and I'm like, I think they're pointing at me. So I would just start doing it. And like that first year was interesting because they kind of had this little thing. They never really formally called it anything, but it was sort of like a chop off or like a follow along with what I'm doing. So they would go to me, then go to another fan, and they would kind of try to keep up. Then they'd go back to me and I'd do stuff. There's some funny videos. Like when the first year when I was doing it, I would post them. Some people that were trying to keep up. But 22 is when it really snowballed. And just went to somewhere I didn't intend or expect or anything like that. And then like where it all, like for terms of that year, where it kind of came full circle that this was like a thing and it was noticed, was it was right before the playoffs that year. The director for the stadium experience came over to me right at the end of the regular season, and I thought he was just coming to introduce himself. I could tell he was like a corporate guy in a polo. And he was just like, hey, we just love what you do. It's been a lot of fun. Like, you've started a thing. Like, it's just, the energy you bring, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, he's going to give me like a gift certificate for like a hot dog, maybe some peanuts or something, and just give me a high five. And he was like, well, we want to include you in one of the playoff games. And I was just kind of like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm just a dude. Like, just, I don't get it. And he was just like, okay, well, he's like, well, this is how it works. Like, and the wild card round, we get to pick who throws out the first pitch. If we go to the wild card round, which I'm like, I don't want to go to the wild card round. I want to go straight to the divisional round. I want us to be first. He's like, all right, well, I get it. But he's like, if we go to the wild card round, I want you to throw out a first pitch. And I'm just like, me? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was confused. I was very confused. Well, as we know, it turns out we went straight to the divisional round. So he called me and was like, hey, like that's when the corporate stuff gets involved. I don't get any say in that type of stuff, like MasterCard or whoever selects who does the first pitch. He goes, so we're going to have you do the let's play ball thing. So I got to do that. So that was it was either game 1 or game 2 against the Phillies. I forget. It was the 1 in 22. There was a 3-hour rain delay. So I get to stew in the stands for 3 hours about, what I'm about to do and just getting more and more nervous. Yeah. And then also just repeating in my head, don't swear, don't swear, don't swear. Because I was so ramped up, let's effing go is what my gut wanted to say. But we're not going to do that. So they bring you down there on third base side and they, that little red carpet thing. But they're like, hey, we're going to bring a mic stand for you. We don't want you to hold the microphone because we want you to be able to chop. I was like, all right, that's cool. So I'm standing there waiting. And then I look over and the guys are, taking that last little bit of infield, throwing the ball over to first. And Austin fields the ball. And as he's turning, coming back towards third, he turns and looks at me, makes eye contact. He goes, oh no!
Man, that's awesome.
They know, I'm like, and then I forget that I'm 35, 36 years old, and he's like 27 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like 10 years younger than me, but whatever. Yeah. I'm stoked. Anyways, I do the thing, and of course, they're just holding a piece of paper up that says it's time for Braves baseball. Let's play ball, and I was like, that ain't gonna work for me. So I just I'll read it.
Yeah.
And I hammed it up, and then they let me stay there for a second after I got the crowd pumped up, and then I turn straight to the Phillies dugout and I make eye contact with Bryce Harper and I'm just clapping. and he's looking at me so confused. He's just like, who is this guy and what is he doing? And it was that was awesome because the director guy came up to me and was like, high-fived me and whatnot. I was like, dude, that was awesome. 3-hour rain delay, you just got the crowd pumped. So that was epic for sure. Very unexpected. And then there's been a couple other stories that were really cool. That when Austin acknowledged me, I was like, okay, they do pay attention. They're just dudes like the rest of us, and it's a long game. But they're, because my thing is only when we're at bat. It's a rally starter at this point, for lack of a better term. At this point, I'm kind of picky, and also I'm getting older. So the chiropractor bills and things build up. It does take a toll. It's only when we're on offense at this point. It's usually the one unspoken cue is when the opposing team changes their pitchers in the middle of the inning. So lights go down, lights go up, go to him. So they kind of know, okay, we got to get this thing going. Just go to him. So that's kind of what that's been. But one last little story about the guys themselves was my wife and I went down to Miami for 2 series back in, I think they were both in 23. And, those seats are dirt cheap down there. No offense to any Miami fans listening. But, so we got front row behind the Braves dugout for $150. Those are $700 tickets, here. So we're sitting there and just watching the game, hanging out. And then so I'm just paying attention to the game. And also my wife elbows me, she's elbowing me and she's like, it's Ozzy. And I was like, yeah, I know. They're all right there. She's like, no, he's looking at you. And I was like, what? And he's looking at my wife going, is that him? Pointing at me. And I'm like, what do you mean? Is that him? And he's like, I make eye contact with Ozzy. He goes, so that one was really cool because Ozzy, Eddie Perez, Arcia when he was still around. So all of them were and then we went back again that same season and I have my little T-shirts that I made with my little logo or whatever, and we were giving them to the players for the game, and that was that watching their brains reboot, because they're so used to people being like, sign this. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, we got to do stuff like that after the game. And I was like, no, it's like, it's for you. And they were like, sweet, so like they all got like T-shirts and like my stickers and whatnot. So that's been, that was really cool. And yeah, like we kind of snuck down. Miami's thing's kind of disjointed because you can kind of just sneak through the tunnel to where the players leave the dugout. There's really no checks and balances. And you just act like you're a family member, and they put you in this little lounge, and it's like a glass wall, and the players all walk by.
Yeah, good to know. Noted for that.
Yeah. If you're on the field level, go down a tunnel on the first base side.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And yeah, like when they were walking by, like the coolest was AJ Minner. He actually like came into the glass room with us and like posed for a picture with us, and like,
that's awesome.
And then like the rest of the guys kind of just like stood in front of the glass, with us and took pictures. But that was really cool. Cause then like I met Ben Ingram that night, and he did a double take because he like sees me walking, and he's like, what the hell is he doing here? And then he just goes in his like radio voice, I love your videos. And I was like, oh, appreciate it, man. I love your voice.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, you said one moment there that was actually really good, because you were talking about how you're like, I'm 35, but like Austin Riley is 27 or whatever like that. I think the cool thing about baseball, or like why I love it, is like it's like a kid's game. So no matter what it is, like no matter how old we are, whoever we're like watching, it's like those are our guys. So it's still pretty cool when they notice something that you're doing that, like you said, you kind of seem like a chill, nonchalant. You're like, you're just doing it for the love of it, and it just has come with all this, exposure, if you will. And these guys, naturally, like you said, they're there at the game too, even though they're down below and stuff. They're still watching up because they want to be entertained between innings as well. So that's pretty cool that you've had all these experiences throughout this, tender. So you said now it's been about 5 years now then.
Yeah, so this is like the fourth like official year of the double chop. So yeah, I mean, yeah, look, I mean, it's they got 81 home games. I mean, there's going to be the dog days that we're dealing with right now, where things get a little bit, so, they notice though. I mean, it's been proven to me, and it was stated to me. I know I said one last story, but one last story. I was flying
either way.
I was flying last year. I work in airports. So I fly a lot of day trips. And anyways, I'm flying back from Baltimore, and I'd worked all day, just flight right back that night. So it was kind of dark on the plane, they turned the lights off, and I'm sitting there, and then just zoned out. And after like 45 minutes of the flight, like I look over like the corner of my eye, and I'm like, and that guy looks really familiar. I'm like, oh, and then I go back to it, and I look again. I'm like, oh shit, that's Colin McHugh. He's retired at that. He's retired at that point, and I'm like, oh man, he's just sitting there reading. So I'm like, all right, don't be that dude, And then the lights come on like midway through the flight, probably for the service or whatever, and he puts his book down, and I just hit him with the, I don't know if you guys are golfers, but he's been in a few of those St. Andre videos, that comedy troupe here in Atlanta, and I just turn over, I go, hey man, I love your work in the St. Andre videos. And he just started cracking up. He was like, oh, I appreciate it, dude. And he's like, Colin, like, oh, I was like, I know who you are, and all that. So then we got to talking about ball, because like the lights go down again while him and I are talking. So we're talking, and then the lights come back up, and we're going. Then like all of a sudden, like at one point, he looks over and he goes, I thought that was you. And I was like, it's like, he goes, I know who you are. And I was like, oh. So we were talking about that, and he was the one that said, he goes like, dude, we notice what you guys are doing, and like it means something to us, because it's 81 games, and we need those, to see you guys engaged, for us to kind of like sometimes get that extra boost. So that was really cool. I mean, like I said, it's all been unexpected. I've always gone in or had the attitude with this, because it's all been unexpected. is zero expectations for nothing. Like, it's just, I'm just a dude amongst dudes, and that's really it. And everything that's happened has just been beyond, what I could have expected. So, I just, remain humble with it all, because it's just, like, I mean, that's why I got people, oh, dude, you're famous, whatever. I'm like, locally known at best, first of all. Like, first of all, it's locally known at best. And second of all, I'm just a dude, like, nothing you can't do. Like, you can do it too. That's the whole idea. It wasn't like that I'm special.
Can I do it?
Oh, yeah. This guy. This guy's a big Miami fan.
Oh, yeah, he's the Miami guy.
Yeah.
We got Ray Lewis jersey back there, baby. That thing's beautiful.
I was telling him, I told him it'd be great publicity though if he came out in his Miami gear and he actually did the chop. We could flip that.
That won't happen.
So much traction on that.
You know what, double chop for you, baby? I got you.
Let's
go. Look at him! First time ever.
The first time ever. I'm clipping that.
And it's not like you're going against, the Canes, because those Knowles, they only got one. When you got two,
there's a loophole.
Got a point.
There's a loophole.
Got a point.
Well, and then and then you got the variation. So you got mix it up, chop it.
That's right.
Sprinkle it, chop it.
We just had to get a professional on this podcast to tell you how to do it properly.
And Sean, what is your favorite chop? What is your favorite? I know you got this number here.
Yeah, sometimes like you'll do chop and
Yeah.
Mix it up. So like I usually will try to incorporate like what the guys do. Now this year's thing, I kind of feel like I might get in trouble if I do it, because they're like kind of doing like the monkey thing or something, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Like, so I don't want people to get confused what I'm doing. I'm just copying them, but because then like I'll do like, you can't see me chop it. And then the one that was hard to do was when Ronald was doing your too small, type of thing. Like, they're usually only showing me from the waist up. So when I'd lean down to put my hands down, so I would just do this one. I'm just like, I'm smushing it. You're too small, and then chop it. One time when the Cardinals were in town, I was doing hand birds and then chopping my hands. Like a lot of it. Yeah. I mean, I have no clue what's going to happen, because I just, I lose it. I just start doing what I'm doing and lose my mind.
You let it take over you,
Yeah. No, I mean, the only thing that I've had to stop doing because of my back is the fish out of water. So when I used to jump and do the fish out of water, I had the hips finally gave out. My lower back's my issue. So I had to stop. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's like, it's about to hit 40, so it is.
It's like the veteran players. They may not be able to steal all the bags anymore. But they still hit bombs, and that's all we need, right?
No, exactly. So, this year, I've it's just been in like the sprinkler chop. That's a good one where you're just sprinkler.
Oh yeah.
I hope you're learning. I hope you're learning, Aston.
Yeah. We're giving you. He's giving us a master class right now.
Aston, do you live here or are you down south in Florida?
I'm in South Georgia.
Okay. Well, next time you're in town, you'll sit with me and we'll figure it out.
I'll make sure to wear a Miami jersey.
Hey.
I don't. Yeah, look. I mean, because I try my best to be a man of the people. I've taken pictures with opposing fans because they're just like, dude, this is cool, like, so like New York fans, like some of them aren't that bad, some of them are terrible, yes. But like one of them, like he was like, you're like Dancing Larry, and I'm not a hockey guy, and like so there's a guy Dancing Larry for the Rangers, and he's like, you're Dancing Larry, and I'm like, who? And he like showed me a video, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm Dancing Larry. So I'm just like, whatever. But no, they've, like I said, I've taken pictures and given stickers. I don't care, whatever. It is what it is. Because I don't want. I mean, at the end of the day, I've always tried to carry it because we're a class organization, so we have to be a class fan base.
Yeah.
So we got to be better than them and not be jerks. And the way the Mets have been, anyways, lately, they've kind of they've cooled off. It's the Philly fans that we kind of like.
Fans, man.
We had a conversation about that earlier in the year.
Yeah, when the filthies come to town, we're over it. I'm just like, all right, like, 'cause the mutts, they're just, I mean, yesterday was disappointing. I was there last night, so yeah, I'm running on fumes today. That was well past my bedtime, and then for it to end the way it did, being up that late, and then after losing as well, you're like, this one stings. I really don't feel good today. But you do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's been tough. We were talking right before you got on the pod that it's been tough because the beginning of the season we were talking about how great everything was going, and we were actually trying to just be pessimistic for clips, like just something to talk about where we could find something that that really would create traction. But now we're like, we actually have these concerns. We actually have these, thoughts. And we were talking earlier about how, it's like putting all the pieces together, when I feel like the offense has been kind of starting to get it back going again. It's just the pitching hasn't been able to support us. So it's been tough, but I think we communicated, we were talking about, we're just hoping that it just, we're just in a little dip right now. Maybe get to the All-Star break, let everything kind of reset, let the guys get rejuvenized, come back, and you still got the second half of the season to put it on there.
No, and I'm as most Atlanta fans, I'm finicky. So I actually get more finicky when we're the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
Because that hasn't necessarily always worked out in our favor. Going into the playoffs, being that lead dog. Yeah. So the team of destiny is who I like for us to end up as, is that the snowball happens as it happens. But I mean, obviously you're never going to replicate 21. That was lightning in a bottle.
There we go.
My little parts of my shrine over here, my bat, and then my baubles and everything else, and my pins, my little pennant and all that up here. But I mean, look, that the beauty of starting the season that way and then going to the lull right now is that cushion that it built. So we got plenty of time to figure it out. And I mean, you always got to keep your fingers crossed that Alex has something up his sleeve. I'm confident that he does. He's very sneaky with it. He doesn't like to let anyone know what's going on. And then out of nowhere, he's going to pull something off. So, you just got to remain hopeful and trust that it's going to happen. And, it was inevitable that the Phillies were going to have a little bit of a boost. That whole, your manager gets fired, because if it
works for them.
If you don't take some pride after that happens, then you really are a mess of an organization. Because as a player, you're like, dude, well, me playing like Dookie caused him to get fired.
Job,
So I better step up. So I mean, Don Mattingly, that's an easy motivational speech for him to make coming in, being like, you guys got any gumption about you or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And it's like I said, it seemed to work out for them for some reason 2 times in a row. Like, how lucky can you get, right?
And then you look what did they lose yesterday? 15-1.
Yeah.
They're still having struggles as well. Christopher Sanchez past 2 starts have not been so hot.
We got a long way to go.
Really their guy now too.
Yeah, Zach Wheeler's honestly still their guy.
No, I mean he's dealing. Yeah, I'm right here in his backyard. My wife went to high school with him, so.
Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. Actually, I wanted to ask you, how, like, for you specifically, everyone has, like, I think we talked about it early on in the podcast, the first couple episodes, we talked about how, how we all kind of, like, when we were kids, how we became Braves fans and how that, like, whole started for us. And then, just our support and how we kind of had grown into that fandom. What about you? What's, like, your earliest memories as a Braves guy? Was it family? Was it passed down? Did you pick it up yourself? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
So I picked it up on my own. So I am raised by Cubs fans. So my parents are both from Chicago. Oh, wow. So I'm the Maverick in that regard. Earliest memory is 95, obviously. I can remember exactly. I remember we were camping and we had to leave camping to go to a hotel like some little dump of a motel where we could just get in there. Where somewhere there was with the TV, so we could all crowd around the TV and watch the last game. But yeah, so I mean, my dad, like, he'll support the cause, you know, as long as we're not playing the Cubs, he's in Braves gear or double chop gear at the games. But then, like, when the Cubs come to town, we all go as a family. We have the whole house divided thing going. Like, two of us are in Braves gear, the rest are in Cubs gear. But you know, look, I mean, to me, like, being raised by them prepared me so much for baseball fandom, because you understand that a lot of pain has to come before the promised land. So watching them, and then I'm like, and there's a lot of gratitude there as well, because you're like, well, I didn't have to wait 100 years for the next one. Like, these people, like, you know, grandparents that never got to see it happen.
I was going to say there were people that lived an entire life and never got to see a World Series there.
Yeah, so it was definitely I gleaned enough wisdom from them. But yeah, I mean, those early years, you know, just I remember being a big David Justice guy. I got a little picture of David back there, a little card thing, whatever they got back in the day. But yeah, no, I mean, the 95, and then, you know, I've just, you know, I was always a baseball player. That was always my sport. You know, that was just, I think it was just a natural fit type thing, you know, growing up here. And then it was just sort of like, you know, don't really have a choice in the matter. Like, this is where we're at. This is what you do. You root for the home team, you know, through thick and thin. And, you know, just it all, you know, came back around later in life, you know, as I, through some of my personal life struggles, I'd kind of drifted from the fray and just didn't necessarily care about that type of stuff. And then as I got my life together, reignited that love of it, and reignited the zest for life and the passion for life that I kind of had suppressed. You know, not to turn this into a self-help podcast or anything like that, but it's something that I think is important, because, you know, that's like sort of the side story to the Double Chop saga. Is it's like a big part of my recovery journey from, you know, addiction and alcoholism. So like, once I had quit screwing around and got my stuff together, I realized how much money I was saving. So I was like going to a bunch of Braves games, and I was like, and then all of a sudden I realized how much money I was saving. I was like looking at this little app I was using to track stuff, and I was like, I think I have enough money to afford season tickets for the first time in my life. And I like called the Braves, like, and I was like, hey, like, just curious, like, what do season tickets cost, you know? And they told me the number, and I was just like, dang, like, I can afford this now. So signed up, and so I was like, it was like a treat to myself for not misbehaving anymore, and then like experiencing true joy again. Like, the World Series was like an out-of-body experience, obviously for all of us, but like in the state that I was in, like experiencing emotions correctly for the first time in a long time. Like, one of the, you know, stories I laugh about it because it's hilarious to me now, especially, and even then is like, I remember like in the Dodgers series in 21, I was like overcome with so much joy that I hadn't experienced in so long. I just started crying and like couldn't figure out, like, I was like, something wrong with me. And then like, and I was like, no, like, this is just actually feelings, dude. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. So, you know, and it's like, you know, the other thing, like I always said to people when, you know, chopping is look, man, like, this is like a call to anyone who's struggling. Like, first of all, if I can get out from under, you can get out from under. And being sober is anything but boring. Like, because that throws a lot of people for a curveball when they come and talk to me at the games, because they just think that there's something up with this dude. They don't expect that I'm the sober guy there. Because people will like, hey, let me buy you a beer. You know, I'm like, oh, water's cool. You know, and so you watch their brains, and they can't figure it out at first. They're just like, this guy's not drunk right now, and I'm like, nah, dude, like, it's been a while. So yeah, it's been cool.
That's awesome.
It's
because,
awesome.
like, yeah, because you know, and Blake can attest, we've got some addiction history in our family, and you just see how it takes over. But that's funny you say that. I'm actually playing bass at a Celebrate Recovery tomorrow night. So, there's a lot of folks there that have done the same thing. They've kicked addiction, and I mean, it's they're celebrating it. So, dude, kudos to you, man. Proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I mean, it's been cool because it's another way for me to kind of like spread the word type of thing, and like I said, help people that might not know that there's resources. Like I've kind of like made some of my posts like kind of behind the curtain type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then what was that, 2 years ago, the Fish, where it used to be the Fish, the radio station, they're no longer around, which they're on Star 94 now. But anyways, they put in an APB for me one day because the DJs were at the game the night before, and they were like on the radio the next morning. They were like, "Who's this double chop guy? And does anyone know who he is? We saw him at the game last night. He was going crazy, brought all this energy, blah blah." So they were like, put it out to their listeners. Does anyone know who he is? And one of my mom's friends just so happened to be listening and like called them and was like, "They're looking for Sean on the radio." So like I called him and was like, "I heard y'all are looking for me or something." And they were like, yeah, like, "Can we call you tomorrow and we're going to bring you on the air?" And I was like, "Sure," And so yeah, I did a little quick interview with them. And then I talked to them about that type of stuff. And, like they're one of those DJs that's actually in recovery as well. So they were just like, set them back. Same thing as like most people, they're like, "This guy's, something's up with him," but they don't think that it's that I'm the sober dude. So like they came to me like that night, the game, and like sat with me, like wanted to talk for like an hour, and just like that was amazing. Like we were all sitting in the studio like with our jaws down. We didn't expect that the story was going to take that turn, and like that you were like, putting the word out to people that are looking for help, like letting them know there's resources, and I can help you find those resources. And then it was really cool because I've maintained in touch with them. And then when I got engaged 2 years ago, like they caught wind of it, and like my engagement got announced on the radio. I mean, it's like, dude, like what a life, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like they like shouted us out on the radio that next morning, and we're like, "Hey, like y'all know the double chop guy just got engaged, him and his future wife Kaylin, celebrate." Blah, blah. I'm like, "Man, that's awesome," So.
Hey, that's awesome. Heck yeah.
No lie.
Yeah. No,
Great
yeah,
story.
that's just like, I think that your story just in general, your journey from what you were talking about with your struggles to where you're at now, and like you said, you're again, you're doing it for the love of the game. You're doing it for the love of doing it, and it brings you so much joy. I know it brings us joy here. All the fans that we were talking earlier, like the kids and stuff. So that's just, I didn't know what to expect when we had you on, and I knew we were going to ask you questions and stuff. But that story is just touching and amazing. It's awesome to see. These are the stories I feel like people need to hear more of.
Right. Absolutely.
No, for
it's
sure.
really, really cool, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah. No, I mean, it kind of circles, like there's always those examples in your life. Like if you're struggling with anything, like, whether it's your fitness, recovery, whatever, you're just like, if that dude can do it, I can do it. So like, I remember like when Gaddis had his moment. And like that was always something they were talking about, was like his journey for recovery back to baseball. And I wasn't ready at that stage of my life, but I was always like, all right, dude, like this guy can do it, like I can do it, and then of course, you have enough friends, but there's just going back to those things that you're passionate about in life. That's the key, because there's so much you can do. And for me, it's always been baseball and sports, but baseball's always been my main thing. I played all through high school, and then never hit that growth spurt. And when I didn't cross, and then I did East Cobb and stuff like that. Okay. And that's when I realized that there was levels that I playing, because I grew up in Jasper, and the ball that we were playing up there was a little bit different than the ball down here in the suburbs.
Exactly.
But hey, shout out to Pickens High School. They just won their first ever state championship this year. So hey,
nice.
That's awesome.
There's 20 years after I was gone.
Hey, you started that though. You're the roots of that. You're the foundation, baby.
That's funny you say that. Me and Blake almost moved to Pickens County one time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's where I grew up. Yeah. So I was up there in the foothills.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's a pretty area up there.
It is. It's beautiful. Yeah. I'm out in Paulding County, Dallas now. So I'm still. We keep ourselves relatively close to the stadium.
I was about to ask, how far is that drive for you guys?
30 to 45, but it could take an hour, with our traffic.
Yeah,
it just depends. Getting there is always the issue because you're going through West Cobb and all that. But no, it's not bad. I mean, we're not going as much as I would prefer. So when I was a season ticket holder, I was there 50 to 60 at least. That was like my floor. And as I think most of us know, with the substantial increases that kept happening year over year, had to throw in the towel. But me and two other buddies, just created our own little timeshare. So we're splitting 3 seats now. And so I'm guaranteed to be there 27, but the wife and I have been grabbing a few extras, doing a little SeatGeek roulette. You just get there and snag them 30 minutes before first pitch when the prices hit the floor, So I always tell people is don't buy your tickets in advance. Just go hang out at the Battery, sit there and watch your SeatGeek, and they're going to hit the floor eventually. And you'll get a great seat for cheap.
As one of these guys has that experience where he has put it on SeatGeek or whatever it is to kind of get him last minute. I remember he would text me. Jake would text me when he had his season tickets. He'd be like, "Hey, tonight I can't go. They're not selling. Do you want to go?" I live about 19 minutes away in like the Dunwoody perimeter area. Okay. And he'll text
I got to where I was giving too many of my tickets away, so I finally was like, not doing tickets this year.
Well,
especially with the prices going up.
Yeah, it got to be. Well, it's that whole you have to be an adult about it. It's like, can I afford it? Yeah, but can I justify it? No. Yeah. It got to be out of hand. It just got to. It hit that threshold for pain where it was like, this is like our vacation budget here. Like, whereas when it started, So yeah, but no, I mean, I'm still over there in section 110. So same area everyone's used to seeing me. And like I always say, if you're there at the ball game, come over to 110 and say hey and hang out and chop it up for a bit.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Which we're going to have to, because these two, Aston and Blake, they live out of town.
It's about a 4.5 hour drive for them.
Yeah. So me and Jake, we still have to go on our mandate this year to come see the game. So we'll have to get up when we do, and we'll have to get together and stuff. So yeah, that'd be awesome. But does anyone else have any other questions? We want to be, again, as I said, we want to be respectful of your time.
I think Sean covered a good bit of the questions I had. Like I was like, that was the question I had. He was answering, so that was perfect, man.
Exactly. Yeah, it was. Like I said. Didn't know what to expect, but just from the conversation we've had and stuff, I feel like we've gotten to know so much about your story, who you are, who you were, and who how you're kind of going forward. So man, we appreciate you coming by. We really do. This is awesome. Let us say you're the first guest, and we knew it had to be you because we always gave you a shout out. And
we still shout it out.
We'll still shout it out. Every podcast you'll get a shout out.
That's what I'm talking about. I guess before I get myself in trouble, the final gift of the double chop for me is the wife. So her friend had season tickets up in the 400 level or 300, whatever, irrelevant. So anyways, as we all do these days in modern dating, it's Hinge or whatever, swiping. And, so I, obviously had swiped her at some point, and then she finally checked hers and saw me and like said to one of her friends, like, girl, you're never going to believe like who's in my inbox right now. And I showed her and they're like, no way. So like, her first one of her first messages to me when we're chatting was like, oh, I know who you are. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you know? She's like, you're the double chop guy.
Oh my god!
And I was like,
awesome.
"Is that a good thing or a bad thing?" Because for the ladies, that could be a lot. Some girls don't like being
hang the fame over her head. That's a good. That's a good pickup.
Stick with me,
if you're camera shy, you do not want to be sitting next to me at the game, or if you're like gonna be easily embarrassed by like a sweaty grown man screaming and chopping. And so luckily she's been, she loved it. Baseball was a big part of our story, and that we bonded over it. So yeah, I was very lucky that it didn't scare her off, because I'm sure there's plenty of other girls that I was swiping on back then, and they were like, "Oh, that's that maniac from the ball game who's always sweaty and stuff." So no, it's been awesome. But yeah, the relationships, I mean, it's wild for sure. Like, it's still, even though we're at year 4 or 5, whatever it is, it still doesn't feel real, obviously, because it's just, when you're just doing what you love and just, with no expectations, you're just sort of like, well, I don't get it, whatever, so you just, you got to be humble with everyone that comes in your path, but that comes from, the other stuff that I'm doing, to work on myself, coming from a life of lack of humility to, living the opposite. But, look, when you love it, like all of us do, your team, you're going to do what you got to do to get it going, so if you lose your voice for a few days, or your back hurts and you have to pay chiropractor bills because you're chopping too much, it is what it is. But nah, man, I love it. And yeah, I really, like I said, right from the get-go, I just appreciate you guys, shouting me out. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of doing any of the social media stuff. She tries to nudge me along to do more, and I'm just sort of like,
my wife is the reason we started this podcast, because she's like, you guys are texting about the Braves 24/7. Do the pod, just make a podcast.
They're definitely the brains of the operation. They have the good ideas, So yeah, that's awesome. But yeah,
and the other reason why you guys got to come say hey is, and I'll get your shirt sizes. I should have brought some shirts out right now to show off the merch. But I'll get you guys all some shirts. So I'll get your sizes. I'll message you and we'll get your sizes. And even for you out of towners, I'll send. Oh. We support all sizes. We go up to triple X in the double chop line. We go up to triple X.
What about I can eat more? Heck yeah,
that's awesome.
Exactly.
But yeah, we will get with you definitely, because we'll come to a game and we'll kind of link up or something like that.
For sure.
And what we can do is we can try to get theirs, and we'll make sure it gets delivered or something. So
we get 2 shirts, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got 2 mediums, huh?
Oh yeah, no, we'll get you guys hooked up. We'll ship them out to you out of towners, and I'll bring them to you guys at the game. Yeah, like I said, don't ever hesitate to come say hey. My usher is super cool. So like, even if you just kind of like, if you're not sure if I'm there or not, because I'm bad about checking my phone. Like, once I'm there, like, I'm pretty focused on what's going on. Like, I just keep the phone face down. So I'm just sort of like in the moment, and, but yeah, you just go ask the usher, hey, is he down there? And she'll be like, yeah, go on. So
we know this guy. Trust me. He came on our podcast.
If you're just going to say hey to the double chop guy, she doesn't care.
Yeah, all right.
She's not one of those sticklers. Like, there's some of them, but I get it. It's their job. But no, she's super cool. Like, it's all about relationships. When you're nice to people and high-fiving and hugging, taking pictures, you leave a good taste in their mouth. You don't want to be, like, with an inflated ego, like some people can be.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, again, like I said, we appreciate you, man, for coming by. Like I said, we'll definitely, we're gonna keep in touch. We're gonna get to a game together. Yeah, man. Like I said, we thank you. Unless anyone else got anything to say, I mean, we won't keep you up. And
I think he answered everything, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. That was an awesome story.
No, I appreciate y'all. Happy to join.
Thanks,
anytime.
John.
All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You can click me off, and I'll just if you had a transition or something, you can just fade me out.
You can exactly. Just click them out.
We'll see how good my editing skills are.
There he goes, man.
Right.
Oh, he comes back.
Appreciate it.
Encore. See you, man.
Thank you,
See y'all.
John.
Man,
Have
thank
a good
you.
one.
That was awesome, man.
That was awesome.
That was great.
That was awesome. I didn't even like that. Like I said, did not expect anything just I thought it was going to be cool. But man, what a great story that guy has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
That was awesome.
I'm glad he shared it with us. A lot of people are kind of scared to share their story, but he was open about it. I mean, he's open book.
Yeah, exactly. And that shows you how I feel how healed he is and how good of a place he's in because he's okay to talk about it. I feel like most people, like you were saying, they're not okay to talk about because they haven't fully dealt with that yet.
Yeah.
They haven't fully dealt with those demons for lack of better words or whatever. But yeah, heck yeah, man. That was awesome. I don't think our first guest could have gone better, man.
He nailed it for sure.
Heck yeah. Look at us, guys.
We are definitely just not playing a game tonight again.
Oh yeah, no, I'm okay with that.
That was definitely enough.
Yeah. Oh, that was enough. Yeah, definitely.
Anything. Honestly, anything past this besides maybe just talking a little bit of Diamond Detour is. I mean, that was just too good. Can't follow that up.
I can't.
What do we even have for Diamond Detour tonight, guys? Let's see.
Well, hey, I want to say this though. Breyer is getting some freaking points because if we're going off of how I had things tiered, for a special guest, I might be dying.
No, you're good.
That's worth it's worth 900 points.
Oh
man!
You got a special guest on the pod.
I didn't know that we had that even in our.
It's I'll send you guys a picture of what I had at the beginning of the season.
Heck yeah! But that's awesome though, man. We'll do some
pointer.
We'll do some good promos with that stuff. I'm glad that this was the perfect week because I'm back. I'm ready. I can do some good.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, I can do some good stuff with that. That's awesome. I'm so excited to post this now. I'm really excited. We're onward. Onward. We'll have to do more. We have a list so far in our heads on who we want to come on too. So, or at least a couple from now. Good.
My AirPods always die. Is there a AirPod
How long have you had
extender?
How long have you had
2 years.
You should get a battery hooked up to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just let them dangle.
You I have earrings?
Yeah. That'd be
just black earrings hanging out.
That'd be perfect though. Because I noticed when my AirPods, when they were getting a little older, they would have a shorter lifespan, no matter how charged they were.
Of course, Apple, they always make your crap die when it's time to get something new.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why they got sued for that for a while. But yeah, heck yeah.
Let's give. I'm putting plus 900 unless there's any objections, but that's literally what it said at the beginning of the season.
I'd be willing to give him another 100 points for that.
I'm not giving him 1,000. 900 is too much.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I was like, it's gotta be. Well, I was trying to justify it being lower in the list, but I couldn't.
Honestly, I would have never known that, Jake. So I will give you props for at least being honest. You could have totally let that.
No points, just props.
No props.
All right. Well, I'm at least adding plus 25 because I went to a Braves game.
You did get a good.
That's the only way I'm going to get points this season.
But yeah, we've all been terrible at our record preditions. All of us been terrible at our record prediction. Which, by the way, do we need to make some on this podcast here at the end?
Yes, we do.
Hold on just a second, though. We got something to talk about. What about them all-star predictions?
Ooh, we do have to cover that just real briefly. So, yeah. So, I will say, Jake and Aston, amazing. You guys, at least you knew who – the people who did get in which is Ozzy Albies, Drake Baldwin, Matt Olson, Raciel Iglesias, and Chris Sale. You got all 5 of those guys and all your predictions. You guys overwin it just a tad and that's one of my big arguments was like, I feel like 8 All-Stars is a lot of people.
Yeah.
I got the amount of people right, but I got some wrong. And Blake, I think you're kind of right around me. We got at least like 3
it's
or 4
honestly going to even out mostly because like I said, it's plus 10 if you said one correctly and like minus 10 for like an incorrect.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you think that's fair, or we just say?
Oh yeah,
I think yeah.
Let's say you guessed 8, you missed 3, and you got 5.
So basically, I'm getting 20 points.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Honestly, I would be okay with just doing the amount that you got right too as well. I wouldn't mind either way because I think just guessing them right is pretty cool. The fact that you guess.
Yeah, but I could have guessed the whole team.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's what makes it a nice risk reward type of challenge.
That's getting.
But yeah, I am going to make a graphic. Tomorrow I should be good. I don't have too much. I got to go on work, so I'm going to make a graphic of that and kind of do like maybe like take the same thing naturally and then make it kind of like like what they do in video games where they kind of black everything out after the level is over, and it's like, or maybe like on what was like Buck Hunter, like whenever it turned like black and white and stuff, and then it would show the X's. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's what I was thinking in my head when I was thinking about it.
Lopez.
Yeah, what is the little totals there?
I should have 20 as well.
So Aston got the most. He's a plus 30. Yeah, and then me and Blake were plus 20, and then Briar was plus 10.
I'll go cry.
We give which I think we did. We said we were going to give some extra points for who got the most correct. So that would be Aston, but I can't remember what we said that number was. Maybe 100 extra points. I think.
Me all the points.
It was 1 point, 1 extra point.
I feel okay with point giving right now, knowing that I'm about to get a 900. So I feel hey, everyone gets a point.
So Aston's a win.
Blake has been on the last 3 podcasts.
And I felt like my bigs pick tonight was going to be tough for y'all.
We'll play it next week.
Yeah, we'll save it. But yeah. Heck yeah, though. Was there anything else that we needed to? Oh yeah, do you want to do the predictions real quick? Just real quick off the dome, and then
are we doing the Cardinals, Rangers, Padres?
We got the Pirates right now. Are we skipping this series?
Well, they've already played a game. We can.
Well, yeah, we could just do We could do
just cards. Jumping in with the Cardinals.
Let's see here. Well, yeah,
we could do this series. I mean, we could just say from here on out.
Yeah, we'll just add a one loss onto it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just say, okay, we got 1 loss. What's our record based off of what we're going to do for the next,
so we've got
5 games, right? You just want to go in through the cards?
It's Pirates, Cards, Rangers. Yeah, let's do Rangers because that covers the next week. That covers us until next pod, near about.
Yeah, that's perfect then. Okay, so, all right, we're 0-1, boys. What do we got? Who wants to go first?
Okay. I'm going to do 1 out of 3 from the Pirates. Cardinals are hot right now, so I could see us being swept, but I'm going to do 1 out of 3 from the Cardinals.
2-6.
And let's throw out a curveball, baby. We're going to get back on track. Let's sweep the Rangers.
Oh, my gosh. 5-4. He's going 5-4. I love the optimism. It's an uptick in optimism. And we're back because we come back home. I like it. Here, you know what? I'm going to just double check something here really quick. What we have. Okay, yeah, I feel that we are also going 1-3 or 1-2 against the Pirates. I think we just somehow
win. We don't have to go against Ashcraft though, right?
No, we do not. No, Jared Jones, and then it's Mitch Keller.
Yeah,
but we have Grant Holmes and Bryce Elder. And if for some reason, I'm just going to say that we're just going to squeak out one of those somehow.
I feel better about the home start than I do the elder start right now.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I say with the Cardinals, I think with the Cardinals, I'm going to go 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals. The reason why is because you have Chris Sale and Ronaldo Lopez has been looking good. All right. And I think that you kind of do that. They got Liberatore. I think you have to have some optimism in terms of who they're going to face. And they're going to, Liberatore and, Dustin May. I don't know. I just think 2 out of 3. That's what I'm just going with. Okay, just live with it. All right. And I'm gonna go with the Rangers. I'm gonna take 2 out of 3 as well. So I am also going 5-4. I think that's a respectable. Same idea. We're gonna uptick. We're gonna win some series, and but it's not too much. We're still going to struggle a little bit, but and then the week after that, that's when we're really going to get going. Oh, wait, it's the All-Star break.
It's the week after. Yeah. We'll get it after the All-Star break.
Yep, exactly.
All right. I'm not letting Blake pick last. He's telling us right now.
Yeah. Let's hear it, Blake.
I also had 5-4. Same reason why he had Chris Sale and Lopez against the Cards. I think Grant Holmes is our better chance of winning against the Pirates. And then you get, obviously we don't know about the Rangers, but I feel like we can squeak out 2 of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it simple. We win every series, and it is 6-3 record.
I like it.
I hope so. I really hope
I think Walt sits down, he has a late night tonight, and he
drinks some scotch.
He figures this thing out.
With like one little light, like the light coming through the like very noir-esque, some light coming through, and he's
got he's in a dark office. He's got a picture of Bobby Cox on the wall.
Exactly.
He's just like,
it's like,
what do I do?
Just on it, and he's
the whole monologue to it. I don't know what to do, Bobby. I can't do it. And then Bobby comes alive like Sandlot. He comes alive. And he comes out.
He's like puts the hand on the shoulder.
Oh,
that'd be perfect. Whoa. Yes. Okay, I'm in. I'm all in. Changing my prediction. 7-2, baby.
Are you really, bro?
No. Not really. Not really. But I would like to. I would like to think that. But heck yeah. All right, that's perfect. Heck yeah. We got a record prediction in. We had a great guest. We had what was the other thing that we talked about?
You couldn't have asked for a better first guest.
Yeah. It was awesome.
You couldn't have.
Yep, exactly. And shout out again, Double Chop.
I can't lie. Aston's tripping me out with that glove on tonight.
I know. I came in and I said, man, you got that nice Michael Jackson thing going on here.
There you go.
Look like the bowling.
The hat down
like the bowling glove.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
You are. I
am. Yeah, exactly. Legend. All right. That's perfect, though.
All right. Let's call it a night. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. Go follow our guy, Double Chop.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out. Follow him. He is a entertainer for the ages, baby.
Yes, sir.
We'll go down in Sports Fan Hall of Fame one day. So,
yep. At least Atlanta Braves fan sports
Absolutely.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. We'll wrap it up. See you guys next time here on the Braves Idiots Podcast.